Hey guys, Gary, grateful recovering alcoholic and drug addict. So I was watching this thing on YouTube this morning, or listening to it while I was in the gym and on my walk. Um, and it was on this lady who was a witch. So she was like in her late 30s, early 40s, and I think late 30s. And she had dealt in witchcraft. She was like a fourth generation witch and dealt in witchcraft her whole life. And she was talking about like casting spells, and somebody cast a spell on her family. Like she just lived in this whole witchcraft fucking world, right? And her dad ended up killing himself, and she found him hanging, and she found God after that. She went to church, and she said, the first time I walked into church, she felt a power of a love, and that everything's going to be okay, and like a sense of just follow this power, right? And wow, what a story. It was like listening to my story, right? And I mean, I didn't find my dad hanging or anything like that, but we all have our fucked up story to tell, you know, when we're in the depths of hell with our drinking careers, right? Drinking and drugging. And then we find sobriety. And just because you get sober doesn't mean you're going to get well. You know, I believe we have to enlarge our spiritual condition. So, and a lot of times, so drinking will definitely, you know, it corrects a huge behavior that we have, but we got to replace it with something. And we're out there when we're drinking. When I was drinking and using, I was, you know, morals went out the window. My value system, I was raised with pretty decent values with both parents in the house, and went to good schools and had some pretty decent friends with good parents, and all that. The values that I grew up with were out the window too, and I was just kind of living propelled by self-will and feeding self, doing whatever the fuck I want to do. And where does that get you? It got me really sick. So if you're anything like me, drinking and drugging got you really fucking sick. Almost took my life. So where I really related was that depths of hell. She was living in fucking hell, and she didn't know how to get out of it. And she walked into a church one day, and she felt the power of God. She felt that overwhelming sense of love, and I related to that. I feel that a lot of times when I pray, and I feel that a lot of times in AA meetings, or when I'm sitting working with another alcoholic. Just everyday life, I feel that overwhelming sense of gratitude and love. And just because we get sober doesn't mean we're going to get well. I really do believe we got to enlarge our spiritual condition. And the way I've enlarged mine is, and I got a lot of work to do. I'm not claiming to be anything that I'm not. I'm just an average Joe who was a drunk and a drug addict, and then put down the drink and the drugs through the grace of God, and started praying to God, God, please help me stay off drugs and alcohol, help me improve my life. And when I lost my son, I didn't blame God. I gravitated towards him even more, because I knew I couldn't get through that without him. There is no fucking way I could have walked through that kind of pain without God's help. You know, I needed something to help me. And some people gravitate towards the drugs and alcohol. I just prayed harder, and I don't want to say I'm on the other side of that, because I feel the pain every day, and I probably will to the day I die. But I'm living a better life. I try hard to live a moral life, and to be guided by values and by prayer. So I'm going to start my prayer here as soon as I turn this thing off, and then head to work. But it's been a good morning so far. Went to the gym, listened to that witch. That was she's been reformed by God, and yeah, I felt a big connection to that video because I'm a witch who was reformed by God. So you guys have a great day. Hit me in the comments box. Go to my YouTube channel, Sobriety in the 5-Day God Challenge. I get barely any views on that thing. I used to get a lot of views. I get barely any right now, but because I haven't been keeping up with it. But if you want to go check out my videos on sobriety and kind of walk through what I went through with the death of my son, that's when I started the whole channel. Is when the day I lost my son, I made a video, and I had no social media platforms or anything like that, and then kind of slowly started to get into it with a good response, you know, from you guys, you know, giving me support for sobriety and through the loss of my son. So you guys have an awesome day, because it's your choice. I really believe it's our choice, you know, and if you're not having a good day so far, turn it around. It's up to you.